I'm Jillian.
And I'm Natasha, and this is Mental Mudslides.
Each episode, we slide down the slippery slopes of our minds. I've got some garden gummies, a head full of wild ideas, and zero filters.
And I'm here to ride that wave and see where our mental mudslides take us. It's all about fun, unexpected turns, and a deep dive into the wacky and wonderful.
You're listening to the After the Slide episode. If you have not listened to the full episode called Boogies, Board Games, and Broken TVs, go do that now or you'll be confused. Monday Night Football, Boogie. So, did the commercial really exist? Like all of that stuff. We kind of looked it up during the episode, but it did exist.
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to listen to it?
Sure did. Watched it, listened to it. Well, it actually is partially the song you were thinking of and partially the song I was thinking of. I think he just reused the same song and changed the lyrics over time, because there is a part in that song where he goes, "Are you ready for some football?" In the boogie night, whatever. Boogie down,
Yeah,
boogie for blah, 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 whatever, however you say it.
Who doesn't remember, "Are you ready for some football?" Like, of course I remember that part.
Yeah. But I listened to both versions of the song. Like, his actual popular one is almost identical in sound and like cadence and all of that kind of stuff. It just has different words than the boogie night, boogie down, boogie for you, boop, ba-doop. Yeah.
Monday Night Football, boogie for you.
Oh, is that it? I think that one was not long lived, I don't think, because that's not like the one on like the
It probably wasn't, but it was long enough to get in this brain and never leave. Never. It's here.
It's here to stay.
So basically we both remember the same song, but mine just had a little extra.
Yeah, just different versions of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, the next one, I actually did my homework. And the next topic that we talked about was the commercial that prompted a giant purchase for me, which was Mall Madness.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes. So I called my mom and I was like, I have a really serious question to ask you. And she was like, oh my God, what? And I was like, do you remember a game that I wanted as a child? And she was like, yeah, that mall one.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, you must have wanted it real bad.
She could not remember that it was Mall Madness, but she knew it was the mall one. So I asked her some extra questions about it. I was like, did I get it for my birthday or for Christmas? She said I got it for Christmas. Because I couldn't remember the timing.
Yeah.
Right. I asked her if I was as excited about it as I remember. And she was like, you were obsessed. Okay. Like, you were obsessed, which clearly checks out from my memory as well. I asked her if once I received the game, if my like using of the game, of my playing of the game matched the level of excitement about getting the game. Like, was it clickbait or did it deliver? And she said I played the living shit out of that game. I played it constantly. Yeah. I also asked her if she still had the game.
Oh my gosh, Jillian. Oh gosh.
And she said, I'm pretty sure I still have it, but I can't check right now. Like, it is in one of two spots. So when she has a little time, she will be able to go check it out. You know, they've had a lot going on, so she doesn't really have the time to go on a quest for a game just on the whim of my memory.
So it wasn't as critically important to her as us. Interesting.
No, but she does remember it. She remembered that it was a mall game. She remembered how exciting it was. You know, this prompted a series of additional questions.
Of course.
Where I asked her if out of all of the things that I ever wanted, how did this one rank on that level?
Mhm.
Like, out of all the things that I was obsessed about as a child, like, where did Mall Madness fit in? And she said, this one was really far up there. I wanted that probably. This was probably one of my most obsessive requests as a child. But she did remind me that my other one was to have a keyboard, like a full on keyboard. And
Mhm.
I got it. And it was like 5 feet long. And it was like all these keys. She still has that as well. Um,
Oh my gosh, your mom must have, like, a lot of space to keep things. She's like, "I'm
well,
keeping these
she
things."
has She has that, but she also runs a daycare. So a lot of the things from my
Oh.
childhood, they still like the kids still play with that keyboard.
Oh,
All of these years
okay.
later.
Oh my
All of
gosh.
these years later.
Well, that was a good
Yeah.
investment on her part. The gift that keeps on giving, you know?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I just was thinking, Jillian, I don't recall any toys or games or anything like that that I super duper duper wanted. And I really, from childhood, only remember like 3 or 4 specific gifts that I wanted, that I asked for ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share any of them
Sure.
with
One
us,
was like a
Natasha?
specific pair of shoes. One was a specific like outfit. Another one was, well, I guess I didn't really ask for it, but like somebody got me this doll that like you put diapers on and it was very popular at the time.
Yes.
And so I
I
remember
remember
getting that as a birthday present from like a classmate and thinking, "Oh wow, I got that present." But I don't actually remember asking my parents for any like toys. Um
that.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't think I got a lot of toys either. Like thinking back, I don't think I was big into toys. So I don't know what I was doing with myself in my time. But it was not playing with toys, that's for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Um, yeah. Well, then after that, Natasha, we got into another conversation about
Mm.
commercials, and you told us about the Orkin commercial.
Yes, I sure did. Well, let me tell you, I could not find the version of the commercial that I was thinking of, but
Mhm.
I think it was popular for them because there's like a series of them that are similar. And so they had another one that was also fabric softener, but it was sheets and like a lady talking about them, but it didn't have like the knockoff Snuggle Bear. And then it had like one other version of something very similar. And I don't remember what the content of it was, but I was like, I can't find the one with the bear. And I was so very upset about it. But they had at least 2 other ones in that same series where you're in one commercial, a roach crawls across the screen, and then all of a sudden it's the Orkin man. So I was like, hey, other people must have like liked it as well.
Yeah, it was pretty popular. And I actually did not reach out to Orkin for comment. However, I have a resolution. I didn't need to
Oh, okay. Okay.
because the LA Times had an article.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So I'm going to read this to you. Orkin Pest Control said
Mhm.
its latest ad campaign has fooled some people into thinking they're seeing a live roach crawling across their television screen. 2 viewers even asked the company to repair sets that they damaged when they hurled objects at the bug. Orkin.
Sorry. Okay, continue. Sorry. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Orkin and its ad agency said they have received dozens of calls from people who reported being frightened, amused, or both by the commercial. A spokesperson, I changed that. By the way, this was in 2000, so they called him a spokesman, but I have updated this
Oh, okay.
to the times.
Okay.
A spokesperson for ad agency J. Walter Thompson said the ad's creators added a slight glow around the edge of the bug so it would appear to be sitting on top of the screen rather than being part of the screen. So they tried to make it 3D
Oh my gosh. I
so that
love
it
that
would
so much.
feel. That is the entirety of the article, by the way. I
S-
read you the entire
Well,
thing.
thank you for reading it to me. Not
You're
surprised.
welcome.
It reflects my real life experience. I was both thought it was real, and secondly, extremely amused by it. But I have to ask you something about the spokesman thing. So that is
Yeah.
interesting that you changed it to spokesperson, and I get that. But it kind of just made me wonder, a lot of words that had the word man or men in it. I don't know if it was just me being an idiot, but I always thought of it as being man as in like mankind, not man as in the gender. So, like,
Oh.
spokesman, I never thought of it being like, I wouldn't have personally thought of it as offensive to me because I'm not a man. I just like human, mankind, like I'm in there. Like, and that's so
Hmm.
interesting that people have like changed
I
that going forward. It's like person.
so I actually, even though the word said spokesman in the article, because I was reading it like directly off of the
Mm-hmm.
website to you just now,
Yeah.
um, I said spokesperson without thinking about it. And then I walked it back just to let you know that that wasn't what it actually was in the article, that my
Interesting.
brain updated it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think spokesperson, I mean, so I think that that's kind of how things are done now. I
Yeah.
don't know
No.
that
Yeah.
I don't personally take offense if somebody said spokesman. Like, I would love to be a spokesman for a company. I could say that right now and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be offended by it, but my brain auto corrected.
Oh yeah. No.
It's like when you're typing something, my phone auto corrects. My brain did that to that
No,
article.
I like it. I mean, it just kind of made me wonder, like, do people like if you hadn't corrected it, like would people have automatically assumed it was a man, or would they have just thought it was just an individual? Like I do wonder that. And then I also wonder if like you can't call everybody who delivers a mail the mailman because that's not, is that gender specific too? Like now it's got my mind
By the
going.
way, that mailman is retired. That's been sundowned, yo.
Oh,
It's
okay.
mail carrier. It's mail
Perfect.
carrier now. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Fair enough.
So I think that maybe it's just the assumption of man that it doesn't feel as inclusive, and so the
Yeah.
assumption of it has been changed. I don't know
That
that
makes
it was a
sense.
necessary change, but
Well
I
well,
don't know.
maybe I just had a misunderstanding of all those words to begin with, and I never really thought of them as gendered, but maybe they were, and I just didn't recognize it, and I just thought it meant, like, humanity and not, like, male, like man male, like gender-wise.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
No, I like that take on it. I think it's great.
Okay.
So
What else do we have?
that honestly, we had a pretty short episode last week. So we actually have a pretty short after the slide here as well. Because the only other commercial that we talked about or thing that we talked about was the Sunny D commercial
Oh.
and the purple drink. And something that as I was listening to the final episode that really just kind of stuck out in my mind was that I talked about that they looked at milk and then they said they had a purple drink and then they talked about Sunny D as well. I can totally hear whatever Otis is doing. It
That's
sounds
not
like he's
Otis.
like
That
humping
I
something.
okay, okay, you can hear it. Okay, hold on. That is rain hitting my swamp cooler.
That's
I
crazy.
know. I thought it was like Otis like chewing something, but he never chews anything. So I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. It sounded like he was like humping something from my end.
You know,
So
he's never
I was just
humped
like, oh my God,
anything. Did you know that?
your dog has never
He's
humped
never humped
anything?
anything. He's never chewed any of my furniture. He's never like dug through or scratched up anything in the house.
That's such a good
He did
dog.
used to steal shoes. That was his jam, and he would take them outside and eat them. But
Oh,
that
he
was
would
it.
eat them all the way?
I mean,
So,
he'd give them a real good chewing to where they were not usable anymore. And he would only take one,
oh,
and he would not go back
yeah.
for the other one. And then I'd be like, where's my second shoe?
So you remember Mary Kate and Ashley, my little miniature dachshunds?
Yes.
The late the late Ashley used to gather up all the shoes in the house when people left. She would just go on a shoe gathering adventure and put them all in a pile by the front window. And
What?
I think so I was like, why is she doing this? And then the more that I thought about it, and I came up with a theory. So my theory was that if she gathered all the shoes, then you wouldn't be able to leave. So
Oh.
putting shoes on was the thing that you did before you left the house. We
Yeah.
don't really wear shoes inside the house
Right.
in my house.
Right.
So she would always see us put on our shoes and then exit. So I think she thought if she got the shoes together that would maybe prevent us, or maybe that would be like, come back. Like this door has some type of an
Aw.
association with shoes. And it made me really sad once I realized that.
Oh, well, what if she was just more like, "Get the fuck out. Here's your shoes. This is the exit."
No, because it would happen while we were gone. While we were gone, we would come back to a pile of shoes, but she never chewed them. She just gathered
It
them.
sounds like she was just being helpful. She was like, "Listen, guys, obviously you use these when you leave. Why are they so far away from the door?"
Maybe, yeah.
You know? Because if she
Yeah.
didn't want you to leave, I feel like she would have hidden them somewhere.
That's true.
You know?
Or maybe she just thought that I didn't pick the right shoe to go with my outfit, and she was like, "Here are some better options."
She's like, "Mom, next time, just a suggestion, okay?"
Just a suggestion. That color does not go.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Okay, before the rain interrupted us,
Yeah.
the Sunny D commercial.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes. Okay. So we talked about the Sunny D commercial and how I felt like it had this cinematographic like shooting where they were like coming from inside the
Mhm.
refrigerator.
Mhm.
And when I very first saw that commercial, I kind of felt like that was cutting edge.
Yeah, no, totally. A whole different
'Cause,
point of
like,
view, right? Like, are they actually
yeah,
inside of the refrigerator? Oh my gosh. Mhm.
right. And then they were like, we got milk, we got water, we got purple stuff, and then we got Sunny D, right? And everybody was so excited that there was Sunny D. But what I think I failed to bring back here
Mhm.
is how important the purple drink was. And why is it important? Because we just had an episode about saliva candy and the purple tasted purple. And that is so true for the purple drink as well. It's not grape, it's purple.
I don't even know what the purple drink is. I gotta be honest.
It's purple Kool-Aid. It's grape Kool-Aid, but it doesn't taste like grape.
Oh, I would never have drank that. I hated Kool-Aid. I only drank sweet tea, and Coke. Those were the only things I
Ah,
drank. Oh, I'm sorry, and milk. No water,
ugh.
no other sodas, because that's blasphemy in the South. And I hated Kool-Aid. I did not like artificially flavored fruit except for the red ones of anything. And then
Mm.
eventually I accepted the blue ones and green, but only if the green was apple. If it was lime,
Lime.
forget it.
So, how do you feel now as an adult who grew up? Hold on. You grew up
Mhm.
with a lime Skittle in your childhood. Then you got to experience green apple Skittles, and now they took them away and put lime back.
Hate Skittles.
Did you always hate Skittles?
Yep.
Okay. So you don't actually have any skin in this game of getting rid of green apple after years of having it corrected.
No, no. I basically, if it was a fruit flavored candy, I would usually pass on it. And if I had to have it, so like at Halloween, if that's what they gave you, that's what you got, I would literally eat just the red of anything and then throw the rest out if my family didn't want the rest. Like, hated it. Also, would have preferred to just have all chocolate. Just give me 100% chocolate. That was my vibe. I was like, no, thank you. Didn't like, I would eat lollipops, but didn't like them. I would eat the red Skittles and then throw the rest of the bag out because I felt guilty throwing away an entire thing of Skittles.
Yeah.
Still didn't like it. The only things that I did like that were fruit flavored were sour candies, but again, to your point, they don't taste like the fruit. They taste like something sour, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
All right. Well, that actually wraps up our After the Slide episode.
Girl, I cannot wait until our next mental mudslides. So much to talk about. So much craziness, so much randomness, so much just us being us, I think. I'm very excited for it.
Do you want to give them a little teaser about what it is about?
I don't know. I don't know.
Chickens, celebrities, bears. Oh my.
Celebrities?
Right?
Celebrities are in there? Oh, I guess
There's a little
so.
bit about
I guess there are. That's
there's
true.
bears. We talk about chickens and bears and celebrities, and somehow it all goes
I
together.
know. Why didn't we talk about lions? Maybe some other time. Maybe some other time.
Maybe some other time.
All right, Mudslide Mamas. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we look forward to the next episode.